This is going to be a very detailed video on how I do my installs. Before you do anything, push the hair away from the lace so that it doesn't get in your lace when you're adhering the wig down. Me personally, I prefer these ball caps to HD ball caps because ball caps, in my opinion, are supposed to protect your edges. HD ball caps are protecting from anything. Next, you're going to take a thin line of glue. Is this thin that I'm doing? No. And you're going to see that big clump of glue dry right there. You want it thin. When you see the other side, that's clear. That's how it should look. Once that's dry, you're going to go with your favorite adhesive spray and go over that glue line to lock it in place. You'll know everything is dry when you tap it and your finger is not sticky. It doesn't stick to the ball cap. Now, when you're cutting your ball cap, please get as close as possible to that glue line. You don't want any of those little frayed edges sticking up in the front of your wig when you're putting it down because you will see that through your lace. Me personally, I just like to tuck the back part underneath my wig. I'm showing you here that glue did not dry. This NARS concealer, the best thing ever. Look, bald. We're bald. I like to put my makeup inside the cap instead of on the lace when I'm done. So I'm showing you here that I'm cutting out my ear tabs, but I'm not cutting the lace off. I'm just cutting up to the hairline so that when you put the wig down, you still have like room to maneuver, if that makes sense. Now, when it comes to a forehead, I have a lot of room to play with. So you see me here measuring out 4 fingers because it's a forehead. I don't want the 5 head I was born with. I don't like that. Make sure there are no stray hairs underneath your wig before you glue it down, okay? They will get in your lace and ruin it. Right here, I'm just mapping out where I'm going to put the glue so I don't go in front of it. And I'm going to put down 2 to 3. I think I'm going to do 2 in this video. 2 thin layers of glue. You see how the first layer dry and then we go in with the second layer. And then once it's all clear, you're going to go in and you're going to lay it down. Honestly, I need a YouTube because this video needs to be about 20 minutes and not 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Make sure you're pressing that wig into the glue. You don't want any loose ends, okay? Here, I'm just touching up the ear tabs because that's always the last thing to do because it's the first thing to come up. I do have this roll of elastic bands linked in my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested in that, that's where that is. When it comes to cutting your lace, I like to do this very rugged and ragged. I do not want a straight across line, which is why I don't use scissors. I prefer an eyebrow razor. And if I wasn't using an eyebrow razor, I would use those pinking shears that, again, I have linked in my Amazon storefront. Okay, so this is our second melt before we tie her down again. Before you tie her down, make sure your lace is not sticky so that band doesn't gunk up when it's sitting there. I like to leave my bands on for a minimum of 45 minutes. Once the 45 minutes is up, you're good to go. I really hope this was helpful. If you have any additional questions, drop them in the comments. Bye, guys.